TAO are a real stability in Dan's life.
I'm excited to see what I can do in the future.
His anxiety has lessened. His ability to cope has grown.
The feedback we get is phenomenal.
TAO have been a beacon of light to our family.
Every week is something new.
a path into our future.
I'm more confident in stuff that I do now. It's helped me realise that I've got a lot more opportunities than I actually thought.
TAO is completely child-centred. They have so much inside, and just given the right environment, they can really come out and achieve some amazing things.
TAO Activities is a therapeutic alternative provision. So we do plenty of outdoor activities as the tool of delivery. I'm Danny, Managing Director of TAO Activities. What we are interested in is the emotional coaching and the mentoring of the young people to help them access mainstream education. And we add a lot of the curriculum content into what we do outdoors, so they're able to transition more effectively back into educational settings. We've got family intervention workers, MST workers, we've got speech and language therapists, physiotherapists in the background, because they all make that difference. Even if it's just to the one young person, it makes a difference to them. And it resonates with me because I was that young person. I understand where they're coming from. I struggled with reading, I struggled with writing. As my education journey went further, that journey unfolded as I got diagnosed with dyslexia. I got diagnosed with ADHD. So I understand, I've been through that journey that the young people have been through, and I can help guide them to, well, you can use this to your advantage. And to see these young people that we help grow is very rewarding.
TAO are a real stability in Dan's life. It's been a bit of a lifeline for Dan. I don't know how you do it. It's phenomenal, but you're able to take him to new places and he copes with it. Dan was not in a great place when you first came to him. We deemed that school were never going to meet his needs. So I took him out of school in November. Dan was in limbo, he really was. Struggled at the beginning to go out because, of course, new people, new activities, new places to go is always a challenge for him. But within weeks, he was quite happy to go out and came back smiling. We have now got tuition into his life as well, which was another jolt and another change which Dan struggled with, and we all had to take a step back and allow him to regain this new routine in his life. But now he's really happy. He knows that he goes out with TAO 2 times a week. He knows that he's got his tutor coming in 3 times a week, and he's got his little routine. And he's actually making progress. So again, it's that combination of this resilience that you're building in him, which is just fabulous.
I guess it was problematic. I didn't do well in school, and I was homeschooled a little before TAO. I was fine with socializing with other people, it's just I never did any of my work and I couldn't really handle it. It's definitely been improving, but still homeschooled. But I'm now wanting to do education. I guess it's given me the confidence to come out and answer things and try and work on stuff. It's really fun all the time, and it's kind of impossible to pick one funniest moment because every week is something new.
Generally, he's much calmer now, much calmer, much more responsive and communicative. He'll come and talk to us where he hasn't done that before. And I was really concerned at the beginning because I knew how difficult he found change of personnel. But actually, he's started to cope and he's built a resilience there. And Graham's been the constant and kind of given him that ability to know that actually change isn't bad. Change isn't bad. That's down to Graham and everybody at TAO that's kind of built that resilience in Dan. So yeah, really positive, a fantastic programme it's been.
So there was once a big storm and a lot of starfish died and were swept up on a beach, and the next day after the storm, an old man was walking his dog and saw a little boy throwing the starfish one by one back into the sea. The old man was curious and he watched this boy throwing starfish after starfish back into the sea. Eventually he went down to the boy and said, what are you doing here? He said, well, I'm just throwing the starfish back into the sea. And so there's thousands of them. What good's that? He goes, the young boy says, well, I'm making a difference. I'm making a difference to just that one that I threw back in. And with that, the old man thought, well, yeah, he's right. So he started throwing one in. And then another one came in. Another person saw this and threw another one in. And the point of the story is if you can make a difference to just the one person or the one starfish in that story, then it's worth doing. Then others can join in and you can make a big difference. And that's where we're at with TAO. We want to make a difference to each individual person.
I never thought Dan had any practicality in him at all. And Graham said, we're going to take him to the bike shed and we're going to do some maintenance on a bike. And I was like, right, good luck with that. You might not get anything out of it. And actually, he came back and he said, yeah, he stripped down a bike and we put it back together and he's really enjoyed it and he's done this and he's done that. And I was like, wow, that is just phenomenal. And it's giving him just a different outlook.
I'm Graham. I've worked at TAO since TAO started, and we've had a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed every day and working with all the kids that we've had that have come through the door. It's been a pleasure to see how they've developed and grown. The huge majority of the kids that I've worked with have either ended up going back to school, college, further education of some sort, or into work. TAO gives the young people a chance to be exposed to a real life environment. In my view, I think TAO stands out from other alternative education provisions down to the huge breadth of activities that are on offer. There's no time wasted at TAO. Every single bit of time that we have a young person for during their session, we use it to fill with something worthwhile, social interaction, whether that's going for a coffee after the activity, doing the activity itself, planning again for the next sessions. They really look forward to it. When I think of a few of them, how they've come from not being able to communicate at all to now being able to work in an actual real working team on a job, is quite something. And it shows that a lot of the kids that we have to deal with, they have so much inside, and just given the right environment, they can really come out and achieve some amazing things.
It was hard to focus in lessons. You don't have to be sat in a classroom for an hour and then getting 5-minute breaks in between to walk to another class. You just get to do pretty much anything. It's more for your needs. Got a lot more like attention to me than like in school when they have to focus on like 40 odd people. Definitely a lot like brighter, a lot more opportunities. Like I'm more confident in stuff that I do now. It's helped me like realise that I've got a lot more like opportunities than I actually thought. There was this time when we went into a cave that we went in quite a lot, but there was like an entirely new dugout bit, and it was just like really cool. And there was like a little waterfall there, and we got to like go through the waterfall into like a new like lagoon-looking thing underneath like all the surface, and like that was cool.
Here they are. They're in a tough environment and they're dealing with it. We can go caving, and you will be a caver because you're underground and you're caving. They've achieved. So all of a sudden they've gone from really struggling to achieve anything to all of a sudden they're really adept at some of the activities that we're doing, and they work in an adult working environment. So there's quite some steps that they're doing, and it's been a real pleasure to see that happening.
When I started up the company, I never imagined that we'd have such a big impact on the amount of, not just the young people, but the families. The feedback that we get from local authorities is phenomenal. We're into the hundreds of families that we've helped now. And that is everything. That is my motivation. That is the company. At the end of the day, we do the job because we care. We get our rewards and from helping families and the young people. And it's great to see the young people grow. It really is. To see their confidence and their self-esteem boost, and it's just so lovely to know that we're helping and we're doing such a positive thing.
I'm excited to see what I can do in the future, because I would say like take a deep breath and do all your educations and try to pass school because it's worth it, and you don't really want to be out of school even though you think you might want to be out of school, because that's happened to me. But also this is way funner than school.
Is this recorded, by the way?